AJ Hawk.
Yeah,
AJ. 21, 23-point favorites.
Wow.
In Columbus.
God.
Oh, my God. What happened, AJ? Are you guys okay? I got a chance to chat with Rich on Sunday at NFL Game Day morning. He had his Michigan shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he said with the way the year's going, obviously not what we wanted as reigning national champions, but you go into a horseshoe as 3-4 score underdogs and get a massive win. Obviously, you can jot that down as a massive success. And he said he's going to carry that happiness all the way through holiday season. And then Adam Schefter comes on. First thing he goes is, "Oh, where's my flag to come plant?" Right into the ground of Ohio. AJ, Ohio State loses in the game another year, 4 years straight now.
Wow.
And I didn't think this one was going to be possible. I thought Ohio State by 50.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought Ohio State by 50 because everything. You were there. What was it like kind of watching this whole thing kind of unravel incredibly slowly and monotonously?
I was there. It was, the first drive Ohio State had, they looked unbelievable. They surgically went down the field, and they weren't able to punch it in for a touchdown, which sometimes that is tough when you can go and move the ball like that. But they couldn't move the ball very much after that first drive, I feel like, consistently at least. And, yeah, absolutely disappointed, especially after this gigantic play by Jack Sawyer. You thought, okay, here we go. Now we go. And, Michigan's defense steps up and gets some big stops. It's, incredibly disappointing loss, no question, for everybody.
Okay, so now let's chit-chat about the future here. Ohio State will not be in the Big Ten championship game. No. Instead, a team that they beat at their place, Penn State, will be taking on Oregon, another team that beat Ohio State.
Yep.
So if you just look at the college football playoff, you would assume Oregon has been the number one team in the country since the middle of the season. No matter what happens in the Big Ten championship, they're going to go. Mm-hmm. Penn State is in the Big Ten championship, and the Big Ten, obviously one of the top two conferences in all of football. They made the championship. They're going to make it in.
Yep.
Indiana's only got one loss.
Yeah.
No.
They're going.
They're going to go, right?
Yeah.
66-0.
I was going to say last win, 66-0.
Yeah.
Handled business.
Yeah.
Rivalry game.
Question. That's the question.
I don't know if they were 23-point favorites either.
No.
So
I don't think so.
when we talk about expectations and everything, wait, was it 29?
29.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
actually more.
like
It was more than 23. Yeah, it was 29, but they covered. They covered that time.
Big time.
And then Ohio State sitting there, 2 losses, having beat Penn State, having beat Indiana, and now we're just assuming that 4 Big Ten schools are going to get in. And Ohio State is the 4th school now that's going to get in.
Wow.
It is insane to think about the implications of literally every single game, especially the game this year, because I just assumed Ohio State's on a fast track into the playoff.
Possible 1 seed.
Got some big, maybe.
Yeah.
Got some big wins, obviously. A close one to Oregon. Close one to Oregon in Oregon, had trouble over there. Now you lose to Michigan. It's like, is Ohio State on the outside looking in?
Yeah.
And are 2 teams that they beat in. And they are, what are you guys thinking over there? Is the whole place on fire because of the loss of Michigan or what?
I think everybody's a bit confused because we're thinking, all right, this is crushing defeat that you didn't expect to happen, you didn't think was going to happen, but then it all could still be out in front of you where you have a chance to win the national championship. So it's kind of a weird situation, I think, here. I would hope, I don't know. I mean, I know myself, I feel like Ohio State's going to get in.
Okay, me too. I would like to let you know I am on the side that Ohio State is getting into the college football playoff. Okay, would like that to be noted. So for sake of argument, let's just say 2 teams from the ACC kind of make it in there. And if they start doing that, maybe a team from Big 12 or 2.
Maybe 2.
Maybe they make it the championship. Arizona State, Iowa State. There's no chance it's going to happen. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, now all of a sudden it was going to be 4-4. If it's 2-1, then it's what, 4-3? And these ones, and then the SEC now has 3. Big Ten has 4. Well, what if it's 3 and it's 4?
4, yeah.
And then what?
The team gets lost.
Oh my God! In the head of this entire thing is who? Michigan athletic director?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I saw that Ohio State. Did you see them? They couldn't move the ball.
And then they fought after the game?
Come on.
Bush League.
That's not what we want representing.
No way.
And I'm not saying he would do that. Obviously, they're all non-biased, and they're very lucky to be in there. But these are humans making these decisions. It's like, I believe Ohio State's going to make college football playoff. I would like that to be stated. I think it should be 4. I think there's going to be 3. I think there's going to be 2.
Yep.
I think there's going to be 1. And then I think there's going to be a group of 5. Obviously, it has to be. And there's going to be 4 champions. That's how I see it unfolding. But, boy, the people that live in the warmer states are not going to be.
Not sure.
That is going to be so loud down there. But whenever you think about the implications of every game, like people thought we were going to lose importance to regular season games because 12-team playoffs. It's like,
Nope.
I think complete opposite.
Yeah.
It's like every game matters much, much more now, especially with the chaos that happened not only this weekend, but like last weekend as well. There's been full chaos in college ball.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be 4 Big Ten, 3 SEC, 2 ACC, 1 Big 12, 1 Notre Dame, and then, UNLV or Boise State most likely. There's no way they put a 3-loss SEC in over Ohio State. The world would explode. The world would burn down.
I agree. Hey, listen, completely agree. The conversation, I guess, would be, and we also
No way.
No way.
So you're putting Notre Dame in,
ESPN,
a second
SEC.
ACC team, and a 4th Big Ten team over 3-loss SEC team, in which there are a few.
I think there's a chance that if SMU wins, there's a chance that a 3-loss SEC goes in over Miami. I could see that happening. But I think if Clemson beats SMU, Clemson and SMU are both in, because they're not going to penalize a 1-loss SMU team for losing in the championship game, are they? Because they don't want people to.
Well, I remember we'll watch the game. Yeah. We'll certainly watch.
You're right.
We will see how the game unfolds. But my biggest thing for any of this is they're never going to get it right.
No matter what.
Never going to get it right.
No chance.
Because any team can beat any team seemingly right now.
Yes.
Legitimately. Yeah. It's like every time one of these college games kick off, you have no idea. Granted, there's teams that are favored. There are teams that have more 5 stars. But for whatever reason in college football, 18-year-olds, even 17-year-olds now, I guess, 17-year-olds to 22-year-olds, anything can happen on any given field. So how are you going to get it right every single time? This team's won, but who have they played? It's like, yeah, but they showed up and win. It's like, is it their fault that they haven't got to play anybody? What do you want to? Well, but what about this team that played? They don't. They laid an egg against Vandy. You remember Vandy? How do you think this team would do against Vandy if you were to do this? Well, what about Ole Miss? Well, what are we doing on paper for 5 stars? How big people are, or how the games actually unfold? Because there's been so many games that have unfolded in a complete opposite way that we thought it would. Not only in the history of college ball, but this season more specifically, it's been the parity feels better than ever in this college ball because of transfer portal, because of the NIL, since we've been paying attention, obviously.
Well, and that's what I think you said before the show when we were in the think tank, just saying like how even if you're in one of these major conferences and you go undefeated or you lose one game, like strength of schedule almost shouldn't matter. Like it is impossible. It's seemingly impossible to go undefeated. Like it doesn't matter. We see teams that, I mean, look at like, we were talking about Ohio State kind of tongue-in-cheek, but also kind of seriously, like, hey, they should probably beat Michigan by 50 points on Saturday. And I know that's like a rivalry game and everything, but they just go out and lay an egg. We had all these teams who, like, hey, all you got to do is go out and win. You don't even have to. You don't have to win convincingly, even. And they just lay an egg. Like in college football, it is so hard to go undefeated. It's impossible. Even if you're in the Big Ten and you get the cards dealt to you, and it's like, hey, we avoided having to play Penn State and Ohio State this year, and some of these, like, it's still, you still have to go out and beat Northwestern on a Saturday at 11 a.m. Like, it's not easy to do.
And first of all, Northwestern on paper, easy to do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But football, for whatever reason, just footballs. It always does. And that's why we thank God every single day that we are not a part of that committee.
Oh, yep. Amen.
Good luck in there, though.
Good luck.
Can't wait to tell you how you're wrong.
Get it right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It matters. That's why you're in there.
Get it right, yeah. I'm not in there for a reason because you're better at it than me. Ryan Day, he's okay?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what are you supposed to do? What can you do, especially at this point, if you do get in the playoff, especially? Everybody's in a weird spot here, I feel like.
Well,
I mean,
he still has to keep the boys working, though. That's the thing. Like, hey, guys, this is a devastating loss.
I know him. I'm talking about you guys. You know who I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
You know
like
who?
The fans. What do the fans think?
Yeah.
The Bucs.
The thing that makes the Buckeyes the Buckeyes.
We know what they think.
Everything like that. Everyone's first emotional take, I think, is they try to, fire the whole team. What do you guys are getting paid so much money? How do you lose a game? Like that whole, fans are going to be fans. And I think eventually they calm down a couple days later and see what happens.
How about this happened before? You guys sneak in, almost beat Georgia. Remember? Yeah. Michigan wins. Michigan gets in. Ohio State is second best team in Big Ten, but rank higher, so they get into the semifinal. They play Georgia in Georgia. Now, granted, in Atlanta, not in Athens, but nonetheless in Georgia. Comes down to what, a 51-yard field goal? Is that what it was? Or 52-yard field goal?
Yeah, something pretty big. Yeah, we were right there.
And then Georgia goes on and beats TCU by 60.
By 60
or whatever it was.
62-7.
And it's like, that's a similar, I assume that's how Ryan Day and a lot of Ohio State people are framing this. Like, hey, sucks. We lost to Michigan. We agree. Okay, well, this is not acceptable. But with that being said, we still have a chance to go on and do everything we want to do. That's how Ohio people are viewing it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be. It's not like, hey guys, let's get all juiced up to go play in, some, I don't want to degrade any bowl by throwing any names out there, but I'm saying
Which one?
We're not just going to get ready for some December 22nd bowl game. Like, we have a chance to go win it all. So, yeah.
You're talking about the Mayo Bowl, please?
Come on,
Tax
man.
Slayer Gator Bowl?
I don't know the names. I don't know
The
the
Belk
different
Bowl?
names now.
Cheez-It Bowl?
You're talking about the Toto Toilet?
Yeah. The Pop-Tart Bowl?
Ooh.
Gasparilla.
Toilet.
The Dude Wipes?
Dude Wipes Bowl?
The
Oh, they have a
Dudes
bowl this year? That'd be
Dude Wipes
sweet.
Bowl was pretty good.
Armed Forces Bowl?
That is a good one.
Support the troops.
Poinsettia Bowl.
The Boise Bowl not happening because Boise's in then?
The Boise famous potato.
There would still be the Idaho, yeah.
Remember that? Boise made a bowl game for themselves to play against
Yep.
people?
They'll still have it.
Do you remember that?
I don't.